Well, none of my videos would be complete without me starting the way I always do, and that would be, oh, what a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yee-haw! Well, on that note, there's something that's on my heart right now, and it's marriage. And I guess because I see so many people that are struggling, they're struggling with their own marriages, they're struggling with how to deal with the possibility of marriage, they're struggling with living with somebody or dating somebody that they think they love, but they're just not sure. And I don't know, I think what we need to do is we need to get back to the basics. We need to get down to exactly what the owner's manual says. I mean, if you were to drive a car, if you were to want to know more about this car and about how to, change the oil or where the things were or what, how to find the darn spare tire. I mean, my goodness, I had that happen to me the other day. Well, what would you do? You'd do what I did. I went to the owner's manual and find out it's underneath this darn thing. I didn't know that. Well, the thing about it is the same thing holds true for marriage. Us as men, we don't know everything we need to know about how to love our wives appropriately. And that's why God gives us in His holy word directions about how to do that. Same holds true for women. Women, you're not off the hook. God gives us in His holy word, both men and women, how best to love the other, how to best complement the other, how to have life to its fullest. That's what the Bible talks about. That's what Jesus talks about when He says, I have come so that you may have life and have it to its fullest. When we finally come to grips with what the basics are about marriage, about how it's designed to function, why it is important to not only the people engaged in the marriage, but also to the next generation, to our society as a whole. Oh my goodness. Well, let's think about it. And I have friends and myself, I've done this before in the past, and you do the same thing over and over and again and you expect a different result. What's it? That's insanity. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different to happen. If you want a change, if you want something different, then be different. Then do the different thing. Don't do the same thing over and over again. If you know that living with somebody is going to result in you sleeping together and going to result in sex outside of marriage the way God didn't design it to be, and it's going to result in you not being committed and them not being committed and both walking away, and now you're broken because now you're not one person. God designed the male and the female to come together as the one flesh. And that one flesh, when it's torn apart, it doesn't break evenly. It doesn't have those perforated lines where it comes right in with what you left or what you came in with. It just hurts my heart to see people, new people that have come into my life and others that I've known forever, to go through this stuff, and the answer's right there. But they don't want it. They want the Hollywood version of what love is. That you fall into love and then you fall out of love. That you don't have a choice. It is something that you walk into a room and bang, it doesn't matter if you're married or supposed to be with somebody or not. Be committed. None of that makes a difference. Because in the Hollywood version, you fall in and you fall out. Well, in God's version, God never calls us to do anything that is not in our capability, our hands to be able to do. God calls us to love one another. God says, husbands, love your wives. Love them. And you know what? That is a choice that we make. You know what? When we look at ourselves as human beings, we make a choice to be committed to our relationships, to our spouses. And we can make a choice not to. And that's what happens when you so-called fall out of love. You've made a choice not to live the way God designed you to live. You've made a choice to walk away from the person that has committed their life to you. And if you decide to engage in sex outside of marriage, well, then you're starting off with a broken relationship right off the bat. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky because I'm truly blessed with my wife, and we don't have a perfect relationship. Nobody does. But I tell you what, we're nigh on as close to perfect as of a relationship as you can have. Because we may argue and we may bicker back and forth, but it's some of our ways of showing our love for one another. I love her with all my heart. And it doesn't matter how upset she gets with me, and sometimes she does. She ain't going nowhere. I know that. And she knows me as well. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter how ignorant I get. I ain't going nowhere either, because I love her. And I've committed my life to her. And the reason we need to understand this concept is because this is the way Christ relates himself to us, the church. That God would love us enough that he would lay down his life for us. Men, are you willing to lay down your life for your wife? Are you willing to not just die once, but die daily for her? That's a question now, isn't it? Well, boys and girls, this is one of my longer videos, and totally unscripted, so I hope you don't mind. I hope I didn't step on anybody's toes, but if I did, I hope you hurt just enough to do something about it. You know what? If you need anything from me, the old Christian Hillbilly, I'll have my phone number here in the video, or you can email me, or you can visit my website at christianhillbilly.com. Feel free to touch base with me. I'd love to hear your comments, and I might even make a video response. Well, y'all have a great day, and as I'm fond of saying, may the God of creation, the God of salvation, bless you all. Come on out to Easter service this Sunday. We're doing 2 days worth. Saturday at 5 at Eastside Christian Church, and Sunday at 9 and 11. Love to see you there. God bless.